Hi and welcome to Light Portal with me, Cecilia, and Matthias. Today we're going to speak about the spiritual development in our video. Is when we see the spiritual things in stuff like in our life and stuff like that. So, welcome back, Matthias.
Thank you
And
and welcome.
uh, Mhm. So, what do you think of the spiritual journey and what's your connection with the spiritual you?
My spiritual journey was a little bit confused. Uh, it wasn't so clear. I didn't understand it because I was so young. I think my first true dream was I think was about 7 or 8 years, something. I dreamt about my old grandmother passing away. She was walking through a street and was hit by a car. And just 1 week later, she was dead. And my second dream was about my own father. And I was very scared because I had the same dream before. So I was a little bit more confused and didn't want to leave my father at that time, but I was convinced by my foster parents to go on vacation anyway. And when we come back about a week later, he passed away too. So sometimes I see when people die, and sometimes I can see things happening in the future, and I can't read people and things like that, but I can think about something very much, and then it's happening. I can take two things. One was a horse racing, and you could win money on this horse, and it was very bad because she had, I think, 28 or 40 in odds, and it was not one of the favorites in this gambling race. So I was dreaming that this horse was one of the last and just run forward, and in the end, the horse ran with very good marginals between the second one. And I was thinking about this dream, but I was not so sure, so I was a little bit confused why I did have this dream. But when this game was going on TV, I saw the horse race, and I just looked at the TV, and I think for myself, oh, the horse is last. Is it gonna to be as in the dream? And the last corner, the horse I saw from the last position just ran through all the horses and win with good marginals. So then I knew this was something unique. And the second time was when I lived in Örebro, and I was in a pub or discotheque. I don't remember, but it's had blackjack, and something said to me that the card he has on his hand is gonna to be. I don't remember if it was spade of ace or something like that. And I get uh, in front of the blackjack dealer and said, I want to put 1,000 Swedish kronor on that that card is. spade of ace. And he said, sorry, I can't make that bet, but I really want to see for myself what card this is gonna to be. And I tried to fix this gambling with 1,000 Swedish kroners, but he denied me. So we just did this for fun, and the card he went up was spade of ace. So then I was a little bit shocked, but it's coming to me as a feeling, and it's has come to me sometimes, but I haven't trust in myself or my ability. So I wish I would understand that ability sooner and trusted my gut feeling. And you, Cecilia, you can read people and you have another gift.
Yeah,
What can you tell about that?
yeah. First, I want to say that it was interesting to hear about your intuitive channel you have, Matthias. And I am, yeah, I think it's come from my childhood when my relationship from home was no good. So I have a very high intuitive channel and see things in universe and feel something. I didn't know how to handle that gift when I was child, but in the m- meantime in my life I have coming to understand my ability more, and I do from Sweden have a phone working as a tarot reader, and I can help people to see the future, and I have the intuitive ability to see things that happen for other and for myself, but it's a little bit more complicated to myself, but I think I have get to know my ability more and more that I have lived, and at the first when I was a child it was nothing I can handle. It was only that I have to guess what was right and wrong because I don't have so good parenting and family. So I guess what was right and wrong, and after a while I write it in my book like this was over me that says to me what I wanted to say to people and stuff like that. But when I get over 25, I see a pattern more and more that the things I do, and when I get into this tarot reading was when I was 30, for 6 years ago. Then I see a pattern. Oh my God, I have right in this area, and I can see this. And yeah, I can even get contact with the person who has died and get that connection and tap to that type of people or souls that are in the other side. But I can feel them a little bit my own, but I don't want to have so much contact in with people that are not living. So I what you say, close my channels when I don't get the question from other people to know other people from other sides. So um, but this intuitive gift I have, it's it's good, but it was a little bit problem for me to. I had ordinary work in Sweden in 5 years, and it was very problematic because I get so high intuitive energy that I almost like very illness in my stomach, and I feel very high sensitive. I was very high sensitive, but I did my work good and it was okay. But I feel too much, so my channel can't shut off. So it was like I get illness, and I had to take, because everyone don't believe in the spiritual area. So I needed to take a white lie to my boss or colleagues, because I feel something in my stomach that was not from uh, the ordinary life. You can't explain it in the ordinary way that you were illness or stuff like that. It's because my gut feeling feel something. So it was a little bit tough sometimes to work in ordinary work because of my gift and that, and yeah.
Yeah, you feel the energies in the room like me, and you can ask some people, is it something that you are, want to talk about, or are you sad, or are you angry? Is it something? But often they deny it, and you think that it's maybe you who has something wrong. But afterwards, you always get a receipt that your intuition is right, and it's hard because you feel it's so strong. So, so you don't know how to apply to it, to that person, and tell them what you really feel, because people doesn't respond so good
No.
on it. So I understand that about the energies in the room, and I'm 100% with you, and I'm still struggling with it, but it's getting a little bit better all the time. And yeah, and I also had like intuition about future and things like that, and it's I'm still struggling with if it's gonna to be true, but uh, when it's gone some time and I see the receipt that it's right, so now I cannot deny it any longer. But it's gonna be a really big change for the world in about 4 or 5 years. I can promise that.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah, it's gonna to be a struggle for us as humans and our intuition and or personal levels and or
Yeah, yeah,
uh, yeah, on any levels
yeah,
for us
yeah. I think that too,
humans.
because I think it's when
Um,
I was working in 9 to 5 work, like in these 5 years, it was like you have to be like a normal person. You only have to, you can only
mm,
explain things to your boss, like in material stuff and the rational things,
mm,
and it was so hard to get the understanding how things is not always like facts, and you can feel something and you can know. And I working as a personal assistant, so I working with humans, and then it's like you don't
mm,
are a robot in the society, and it's, I think it's a struggle in this society to be who you are, and you can be like rational, and you can be good at your work, and you can like I did help him with food and get to bed and stuff like that. You can do the practical things, but you also are a human being with emotions and the spiritual life, and you can't be like perfect all the time. You have like you can't shut off the emotions, and that things I think is a problem in the society, because I think it's like black and white sometimes. It's like either you are like as home for sick, and you maybe don't have a work and employment or something like that, or you have a work and then you have to shut off the emotions and the spiritual you. And this struggle, I think, is like we have to get to know more in the society by people out there, so we can come to better understanding in our relationship and with people, because energy is not you can't take on you can't like a material take on energy. And we have understand that we have mobile phones and that energy, and we have like internet, Wi-Fi. It's like an energy, but we have also human energies. We have spiritual energy, and we have love and sadness, and we have emotions that are connected with energies. So I think that is something we have to work with in the society more, because then we get more whole as a persons.
Yeah, because if you take this with high sensitive people, and you feel other people in the room and you talk about it, often you hear that, oh, you're so sensitive, but that's not the issue. The issue is to handle the information that you get from that person, and to present that to the person, because you feel it so strong, but you cannot say what you really want to say. And I hope it's gonna to be different in that way, and I hope that we people don't forget our spiritual side and just shut down our emotion, because we gonna to need the emotion in the future too, and we're gonna to need our spiritual journey, because we are on a spiritual journey. We are just not robots. If we were only robots, then it would have been easy, but we have the spiritual side also. So that's the difference between us and AI and robots and things like that. And they want us to replace humans with AI and robots, and it's a little bit scary development in the future. That's one of the reasons we are doing this journey on YouTube, because we want you to reconnect with your spiritual side and continue to be a human, because it's gonna to be a lot of things who are gonna to be really different. And I think COVID is just a little test before the big things gonna to happen in the world.
And I think it's like you say, Matthias, it's like we have to accept our sensitive sides and get to show them to our humans and accept them in the society. And it's a lot to say about it, but it's like men in the society are more shut down to these emotions, and women are too much sensitive and don't know. So the unbalance we have to work with. So we have a little bit of both or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you're not crazy because you have these feelings, and that's one thing you need to uh, know. And the other thing is, I can't dream a thing was gonna to happen just a week after. It's
Yeah,
I can't make that up. I can't
yeah,
say that a person will die in 1 week if
yeah,
I'm not connected to the spiritual side. I know there are doubters out there, and I understand that because you need to be critical, just as when we had COVID. So I understand you, but I cannot deny this
yeah,
side
yeah,
because
and
it's 100% real, and uh, I have so many
yeah,
received on just things like this. I also had one friend who showed me his mother was passing away, and she wake me up in my dream. Uh, I think it was 1 o'clock something, and when I called him the day after, I told him about the dream, and he asked me, "What number did you see?" I said 1 o'clock, and that was the
yeah.
time she passed away. So you know, I didn't know that she should pass away or the clock or
Yeah, yeah,
something, and it was just in my dream. So we have
yeah,
we
yeah.
have bigger
And I
things than
think
ourselves.
I have had some truth dreaming and stuff like that too. And I have seen this war in Russia, in how you say, Ukraine, 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 you say in English. I have seen this
Okay.
Russian-Ukraine
Yeah.
war in my dreams in
Mm.
2012, I think. It was like I hovering in myself over the Russian parliaments or stuff like that, and uh, I see political things that I didn't understand, but because I don't can Rush and I don't hear Russian, but I was in the neighbor and I feel it something's going to happen with the Russian 2012, and I'm not so old, so I have not been in that Cold War that was in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So I didn't have this fear of Russian people, so it was like something else, but I didn't have the connection then. But I have get the connection between it when the war uh, come out to Ukraine and stuff like that. So I have many. I can feel with you, Matthias, because
Mm.
I have had very much truth dreaming too. But I think maybe we can maybe have this is
Mm.
more of a topic some later video because I think we have speaking our time out. So yeah, we have to thank you for watching this video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and if you want to see more of
Yes.
us,
Thank
you
you.
can subscribe on our
And
YouTube channel at Light Portal. Yeah, and maybe we're going to have a website in the future and so on. And I don't know if you, Matthias, want to say something about it or yeah,
yeah, yeah. I'm just building it right now, so I'm
yeah,
gonna to launch it in September. in English. So in very soon it's going to be official. So you can go on that website, and when it's ready, I'm gonna to
Yeah.
pronounce the name of the website. And I'm really thankful that
Yeah.
you follow us, and I hope you
Yes.
will have a
Thank you.
good day,
Bye.
and hope to see you soon.